Saskatchewan homeowners and potential home buyers have been just given a significant opportunity by the government of Saskatchewan. There is a $35,000 window open right now, and it has just been extended for another year. In this episode, I'm going to break down exactly what that opportunity is, who it's really for, and how you can execute on it properly, especially if you're a first-time home buyer trying to make the numbers work in today's market. And at the end, I'll walk you through the mortgage strategy that allows you to take advantage of this government program with the assistance of your mortgage lender.
This is the Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast.
Welcome back to the Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast, where we break down Saskatchewan housing, local communities, and the mortgage and investment strategies that help you buy smarter, build wealth, and get out of debt faster. My name is Ron Quaroni, a mortgage broker based in Martensville. I help clients across Saskatchewan and Alberta navigate smart mortgage and real estate decisions. This episode is brought to you by Rental Housing Saskatchewan. Rental Housing Saskatchewan supports housing providers, property managers, and landlords across the province. Whether you are just getting started or you're an experienced property owner looking for guidance, education, or support, they're here to help. For more information, visit rentalhousingsk.ca. Now, let's get into it. The Saskatchewan Secondary Suite Incentive has been extended. Eligible construction costs can now be incurred until March 31st, 2027. Construction must be completed by December 31st, 2027, and applications must be submitted by that same date. The program was introduced in 2023 and has already resulted in nearly 1,000 new secondary suites across the province. The province's objective is to increase rental supply and improve affordability. For buyers, the most important takeaway is flexibility. You now have more time to intentionally design and execute a strategy that can improve your home's cash flow and long-term value. The program provides 35% of eligible construction costs up to a maximum of $35,000 for building a new secondary suite at your primary residence. This must be a brand new self-contained dwelling unit located on the property of your primary residence that can include a basement suite, a garden suite, a laneway home, or a garage suite. The suite must include a full kitchen, a full bathroom, and a separate entrance. It must meet National Building Code standards and comply with all municipal bylaws and permit requirements. Only one secondary suite per primary residence qualifies. Eligible costs include engineering and architectural services, construction, labor, materials, electrical, plumbing, and mechanical work, interior finishing, and standard appliances such as a stove, refrigerator, washer, dryer, and dishwasher, up to $5,000 total for those appliances. Provincial sales tax must be paid on eligible costs. Renovating an already legal suite, unfortunately, does not qualify, and minor appliances, cosmetic upgrades to the main residence, tools, or deposits without completed work also do not qualify. A critical detail is how costs are considered incurred. Work must be completed or materials delivered by March 31st, 2027 in order to qualify. Signing a contract alone is not sufficient. Construction must be complete and occupancy issued before you apply for the grant. So, who should be paying attention to this? If you are a first-time homebuyer struggling to find a property with an existing basement suite, this changes your strategy. Instead of competing for a limited inventory that already has income built in, you can purchase a property with the right layout and create that suite yourself, with the province covering up to $35,000 of that cost. If you are moving up and want to offset a larger mortgage payment with rental income, this becomes equally strategic. Rather than overpaying for a finished income property, you can build exactly what you need and control the layout and finish. Now let's talk about execution. Many lenders offer what is called a purchase plus improvement program. This allows you to purchase a home and finance approved renovations through your mortgage at the time of the purchase. Here's how it generally works. You secure a property under contract. You obtain a detailed contractor's quote outlining the scope of work and cost for building the secondary suite. The lender approves the total mortgage amount, including the improvement funds. At closing, the full mortgage amount is advanced to your lawyer, but the portion allocated for the improvements is held back. You then finance and complete the construction within the lender's allowed time frame. Once the work is completed, an appraiser is sent out to confirm that the improvements have been done. After that verification, the held back funds are released. The maximum improvement amounts does vary by lender. Some cap the improvement portion at a certain percentage or dollar amount. Others allow greater flexibility depending on your qualification strength and how much room exists between your purchase price and what you qualify for. Now, this is where working with a mortgage broker becomes very important. We have access to multiple lenders offering variations of purchase plus improvement programs. For example, if you qualify for a $500,000 mortgage and secure a property for $400,000, that difference creates meaningful room to structure improvements into the financing. That qualifying room can be used very strategically to add substantial value to the property. And we also work with at least one lender that can consider future rental income from a newly constructed suite to help support qualification, meaning the suite does not need to be in place at the time that you take possession of the property. For first-time homebuyers in particular, being able to use projected rental income can drastically increase the amount they qualify for, sometimes making the difference between purchasing a property that works and one that does not. So just to be clear, this is not a simple program to navigate. Using future rental income requires detailed documentation and careful structuring, and it can extend approval timelines. Your realtor needs to know this is your strategy before you write an offer. Financing conditions may need to be longer than average, and sellers also need to understand that this is not a standard approval process. So this must be designed from the very beginning. But when structured correctly, the impact is incredibly significant. You are financing the construction of the legal suite through your mortgage. You are increasing the appraised value of your property, and you are creating a new income stream inside your home, and you're receiving up to $35,000 from the province to offset those construction costs. The extension of this program gives Saskatchewan buyers another window to take advantage of a rare alignment between provincial funding, lender flexibility, and the ability to create income inside your primary residence. So if you're currently shopping and frustrated by limited inventory of homes with existing suites, the solution may not be to keep searching. It may be to structure the suite into your purchase from day one. If you found this episode helpful, make sure you explore the full Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast library. We have in-depth content for first-time homebuyers, breakdowns of Saskatchewan communities, and practical mortgage and investment strategies designed to help you grow your wealth and get out of debt faster. If you'd like help with your next mortgage or want to talk through your specific situation, use the booking link below to connect with me directly. And if you have not done so already, please like this video or audio podcast, subscribe to the channel, and don't miss our weekly episodes. My name is Ron Quaroni, your Saskatchewan mortgage professional. Bye for now.